Welcome. It's Lowkey T Live. And if you haven't known by now, I'm popping. I'm joined by a special guest. You know him. He go by John Hardy. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good, good. I'm doing real good, good brother. Thanks a lot for the intro.
The resident Astro Enlightenment slash Astro Enlightenment coach slash author on my panel. I'm so glad to have him back 2 days in a row. We on some Golden State Warriors ish. We going back to back. Tonight we talking. The topic of tonight is what would a world without money look like? John, I know you wrote down some points. We're gonna go through it the same way we talked about misery yesterday. We're gonna go through it. Once again, I'm glad to have you on, John. Tell them where to find you before we jump into this.
All right, you can find me at now. My website is officially up. John Hardy
Woo!
now. Introduction is finally up. I didn't release it
Uh,
to all the way, but you guys getting the first preview. Website johnhardynow.com. Astrolight Enlightenment. I'm an Astrolife coach. Book coming soon. It's just been proofreading. Salt and water for the soul. Salt
it's
and
been a
water for the
long
soul.
time coming when it comes to your site, John. Do you feel like the stars were holding you back?
Nah, I blame that on Mercury. That Mercury just Mercury. Planet Mercury make sure I got every cross my T's and dotted my I's. That was Planet Mercury.
That's a fact. And I want to welcome, before we get into it, I want to welcome all the kings and queens hopping up in the chat. I want y'all to vibe with us. If y'all have any questions for John Hardy, I'll try to get to it during the interview. But let's hop up in it, John. What would a world without money look like, sir?
First, I just want to say shout out to Mama Candy. Welcome aboard. And I definitely want to say, please like, subscribe, and share this because
Absolutely.
it can actually, benefit a lot of people. So the world without money, get into the topic.
Absolutely. Yes, hit that like button on the way in,
Hit
family.
that like
You got
button,
it,
hit
John.
the like button, hit that like button. I want to see more likes than dislikes. And world without money, world without money. The first word, and I'm gonna take my time with this. As you know, I won't I won't stop.
That's a fact.
So the first thing that come to my mind without even going through any bulletin points, the first word I see with a
Well, you know what,
world.
John? Before we even get into that, is there any way I could ask you what does money mean to you? What is, you know what I'm saying? Before we hop up into that, is there any way I could ask you that question? What does money mean to you?
Personally, or you want to my definition of it.
Yeah, your perspective, your opinion.
All right, my personal opinion, it don't mean nothing to me. Money is energy. So, like for instance, some people might say something like if they don't have no money, they be like nobody got money or no, they might think the world is messed up. But if you look at your downstairs neighbor, you look at the gas station, it's money all around you. So, money is energy that we need to tap into the frequency. We need to tap into the frequency of money versus the paper aspect of it. Okay. Now I'm gonna take you through the stars, the journey through the stars, which is coming soon, coming soon. Journey through the stars. A journey through the stars with money. The transformation of money, right, begin one of the transformation, 1947. This is when the time when the gold of America got robbed by, people in higher places. So people think gold is in, your money is backed by gold. No, it's not. That gold is gone. It's backed by promises and paper. But at that time, we was using paper, we was using cash, and we was using coins. You know what I mean?
Right.
Within that time, that transformed to credit cards. You know what I mean? That transformed to checks and banking systems. So this is where the promise come in, where the banker say, put your money in here and we'll put it against the gold. But there's no gold in banks. Even right now, if you look at the new age, so you go back to 1947. 1947, the planet Uranus was in the sign of Taurus. It made sweeping changes within the monetary system. Now we come back years later, it's in that same sign again. So now we're looking at another, like it's as if God gave the banking system a chance and it fell. So now you're looking at Bitcoins that's not regulated by banks. You know what I mean?
That's a
So
fact.
like again, we going back to energy. We looking at Uber. How many cars do they own? None. So we going into almost a cashless society, and we technically was introduced to that in 1947, where you didn't need gold backed up by money because prior to that, gold backed up the money. So now there's nothing backing up the money except the government, banking regulations that's saying, so if you put your money in the bank, for instance, right, they can make 11, let's say hypothetically, I don't want to be technical. Let's say hypothetically, you put your money in the bank and then you put it into a CD account. They would tell you you have to leave it in there for 3 years for investment purposes and stuff like that. They're gonna make $11 off of every dollar you put in there. Then not even on top of that, they're gonna take the $11 and invest it into maybe stocks or loaning more people money. So if you take one account and they make $11 off of that, all they got to do is write it on paper. You know what I mean? They just write that on paper. They got the insurance backed up for it, but they can take that $11 as if it's cash and invest it. That's what the bank do. They take your money and they invest it. When they invest it, they could take that $11 and put it in an account and get it like 10% off of it. So by the time you pull your money out with the little five, less than five, 1, 2, 3%, you get it off of it. And nowadays it's only 1%, 0.89 stock markets or either CD accounts. You'll make like, let's say out of $100, you made $30. You know how much they made off of that? So again, money is energy and it's being changed as we speak. Again, 1947 was a change because, it was a unexpected things that happened in that time, and now we got unexpected things that happening again. You know what I mean? So this is not, no systematic things that the government doing, even though they know about it, so they capitalize off of it.
That's a
And
fact.
then they fool us with, well, work hard till you get 40, and then, but they create a system not to let nobody to know about this money system is about to change again. Bitcoin is going to take off. Uber don't need this cars. So, to me, I believe my personal view on it, money doesn't mean nothing, but, you know, playing devil's advocate, money means a lot because you need to pay your bills. You know what I mean? And it's sad to say that a lot of people that say money don't mean nothing, majority of people be broke that make that statement. So money do means a lot, but it really means nothing because it's the energy you put into the money.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
All right. So let's get into the first. I'm gonna name like 10 benefits. 10 benefits of a world without money. You
Let's
got your
hop
pen?
into it. Let's hop up into it. Number one.
Number one, it reduces crime. Less crime. So, like for instance, people are robbing people for money. They say money is the root of all evil. It's not the root of all evil. You know what I mean? The love of money is the root of all evil.
That's
So
a fact.
people are robbing people for money because they jealous, they envy, they lazy, they want to work. They might envy somebody, a drug dealer see another drug dealer making money, they want to line them up. And then when they get the money, they blow it. This might have been a successful. People in investments, even relationships, you know what I mean? Some people want to be like, oh, this guy got to take care of me, or this female got to take care of me. You even got pimps back in the days that used to do that. But you know what I mean? Money, and if you go back to the correctional system, you know what I mean? Uh, back it was one time in the correctional system where they had people wearing their Jordans, their jeans, and they didn't have no uniforms. But when they had everybody in uniforms, nobody getting robbed for their Jordans. Nobody getting robbed for their jeans. Nobody getting robbed for, even in jewelry, they stopped people wearing jewelry from wearing jewelry, except unless it was religion. So you can't wear things that can create an unsafe environment. So it definitely will be less crimes out here. That's my number one topic. Less crime. It will be reduced, and government won't like that because there won't be no jails.
Now, my question is to combat that. What if they created, so say money was no longer the currency? What if they just used something else as a currency? And you know what I'm saying? So wouldn't it, if they use something else, wouldn't the amount of crime be the same? You know what I mean? What if they said, okay, we're not trading dollar bills anymore. We're trading, I don't fucking know. We'll say fucking clams. You know what I'm saying? With some random shit. You know what I'm saying? So now everybody's going out trying to get all the clams, trying to collect all the clams. You know what I'm saying? So wouldn't it kind of be the same deal?
No, let's reverse the situation now. Let's take you back. Let's I mean not you. Let's go back in time, right? Okay.
Right.
Am I clear, everybody? Am I clear? I got some new headsets, so I should sound better than the last video.
John moving up in the world.
Yeah. Okay, exactly. Miss Solo said it. Okay, before I even got there, shout out to let me get some shout outs. Ori Rainer, how you doing? Mama Candu. Candy. I'm sorry, Mama Candy. Too blessed to be stressed. I see you in the building. Keys to win. Without money, we will be hungry and homeless. Don't worry, I got that topic too. I got that one for you. Broke people gotta find some positivity. Facts. You know what I mean? But shout out to everybody in there. And don't forget to like, share. Miss Solo said it. If you go back before money was existing, it was bartering. Now, bartering is basically to me defined as I fix cars, you paint houses. You know what I mean? So if I fix your car, you paint my house. It was called a trade deal.
Right.
So there was no money involved with that. There was just basically it was basically, one hand washes the other. Now, this is what the government don't want to happen again. So after that, money became a piece of paper. It started from an IOU and a promissory note. You know what I mean? Then it got into, okay, take this, and then, certain structures created one piece of paper that actually controlled the whole world. So when you get back to bartering, it's like I'll do for you what you do for me. I like to wash cars, but in return, could I get a piece of apple pie? Could I get some food? Could I get some food?
Right.
I can wash a car for some food. Give me 2 plates for me and my family. It was like one hand washes the other.
Right.
I don't want to go too deep into like.
But to piggyback off of that, John, I feel like that's that means something. It's value, right? I feel like when I go to work for like 5, 6, 8, 10, 12 hours. And when I get that little bit of money they give me, I never feel like, okay, this is what I deserve for the amount of time and energy I put into this. Time you can't get back, the energy you can't get back. Time and energy are priceless, but they put a price tag aside both of those. You know what I'm saying? Those beside both of that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so that's why I just find that ironic. You know what I mean? Your time is priceless. You can't get it back. Your energy, the energy you put into anything is priceless. You can't get that back. Where do these people get off putting a price tag saying, okay, your time and energy is worth $8.50? You feel what I'm saying? Oh, and by the way, this money that we're paying you isn't backed by shit. How ironic is that?
Now, that's actually one of my bulletin points I wanted to attack too.
I was jumping too fast.
No, you good. It's number 7, but I'm gonna make it number 2 because you was right on point. That's a major major killer. That's a major killer.
Feels like they pimping us out here. You know what I mean?
See, the thing about it, and I like the way you express it, because I always tell people value your time for the money you make. So if you want to go out there and make 7.25 an hour, then that's the value of your time now. Because you know what? I noticed I used to teach people, I used to do a course on resume, how to make a master resume. And in that course, I used to teach people how to negotiate a salary. You know, a lot of times people go for jobs when they lose a job. It's the best time to go for a job is when you got a job, because it shows you're currently employed, you're making a salary, and you have better options. You know, you can go for you can take like 5 different jobs and say, well, if you pay me this amount, I'll work for that. Now, that's at the minimum of what I'm explaining. If there's no money on this earth, there's less hours for working, more time for family and fun. I'm going to repeat that. Less hours for working, more time for family and fun. And people don't really be trained on how to negotiate your value, your time, and your service for the money they getting. You know, it's always a feeling of being your back against the wall.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean?
That's a fact. And now the Queen's in the chat. Too blessed to be stressed says the trading system. Always raining says I could do without it if it wasn't needed to survive. His solo says it's depressing because everything costs. Keys to Win says true always. Life will be less stressful. Mama Candy says, what I got to do for a back rub around this bit.
They got massage therapy.
How much money you got in your pocket right now, Mama Candy?
Mama Candy.
Depending on how much cash flow you got. Maybe John Hardy can hook you up.
No. I can't do the physical massage thing. I help you mentally, spiritually, and physical. Physical, like I'll go to gym with you. I'm not putting my hands on nobody.
Shout out Q Dawson in the chat. Welcome, fam. But you got it, John.
All right, okay, let's go to the third one.
So just real quick, number 2 was
less hours of work.
Less hours of work.
More time for family fun. So even in that aspect, if you increase the money you request, you can work part-time. So say if you're making $8 an hour, and you've been working there somewhere for 3 years, I would tell that person, start filling out applications that pay. I don't care if you qualify, got the experience. Fill out 20 applications that paying $16. I guarantee you, one of them will hire you. One of them will call you. A couple of them will call you for an interview. They can't by law call the place and ask how much you was making. So you can say you was making 15, but for 16, I'll leave this job to come work for you.
It's a fact. We on number 3, John. What we looking at?
All right, number 3. It would be one of my best ones. Free food. Free food. Now for that back massage and bartering, give me some food.
Yeah, Mama Candy, you better be able to hook it up. You better be able. I don't want no hungry man's. I don't want no leftover fucking baked ziti. Mama Candy, you understand? You know what I mean? You better be able to hook it up.
Free food. I need some food. But no. But the thing about free food, right? Okay. Now let's look at this aspect. I want to go to 2 aspects. One is free food for everybody, so people don't have to pay for food no more. And this is where we got, I think,
that would change the world alone, right there, bro.
Right. So somebody says something about I don't know. I don't want to check the chat, but somebody said something that made me think about that. So the thing about it is, you're not paying for food. Now, food, what makes that even worse? The top of that, because we got processed food. So not only you paying for food, you paying for cancer.
Food that's bad for you.
You paying for diabetes. You paying for lupus. Paying for that. So free food in general. Now, everybody can have free food. I'm going to get back to that because I even got some solutions to go over. But everybody You can get free food, but you're paying for food that's being manufactured through a warehouse process with chemicals. You're paying for that. You paying for milk. Go buy a cow. And milk ain't good for you, but I'm gonna leave that. But you're paying for food. You know, do you know how many people? Okay, the price, look, the price, the price that you pay to go to IHOP to get pancakes versus a supermarket store. There we go. You took your time to make your own food, and then you Google or YouTube how to make the best food. You can make a KFC chicken. They got the ingredients,
and it tastes so much better, yo. It tastes so much better
because you don't have like all the unnecessary ingredients that's in there.
Right, and it seems like that's the trade-off: health for time. It's okay. It's going to take about 2 hours. Right. They say, okay, it's going to take your ass about 2-3 hours to make some good ass food. But if you come over here to Popeyes, we're going to hook you up in 5 minutes through this drive-through.
Now, let me just go in real
soybean oil dressing for that too.
I'm gonna go in real quick. I don't want to attack these people, but you know what?
No, I'm doing I eat at Popeyes all the time. So I'm
gonna break it down. My personal opinion on KFC, Popeyes, and New York Fried Chicken. Okay. KFC, right? Allegedly, respectfully, as you say, allegedly take the same chicken they made in the fries. I mean, take the same grease from the fries and then do the chicken with it. This is why, you know, it's KFC is so oily.
Oh, shit, for real?
Look, you don't see how oily that thing is? Take a KFC chicken and put it on a napkin.
I haven't eaten KFC in like 10 years. I'll eat Popeyes. I know it's just as bad, but I definitely haven't been to KFC in a minute.
Now, from then, I realized I started eating Popeyes. Right. So when I started eating Popeyes, I used to go to church, you know, every Sunday come home and go to Popeyes. So when I started eating Popeyes, right? Popeyes was crispy. It was crunchy. It tastes like, you know, but
almost tasted real.
Listen, you ever seen the skin come off of real chicken? Hold up, almost cursed. Hold up, why is this? I ain't even bite the skin and it came off the chicken. I ain't even bite. Hold up, wait. I ain't even bited the skin coming off of Popeye's chicken. I was like, hold up, wait. They crispy. They try to put that southern touch on it. I ain't even bite it yet. And then now New York Fried Chicken. Now I still, even if I cook chicken, I still go. I go to New York Fried Chicken almost every day and be like, let me get one piece because that's real chicken. That's real chicken. I'll be like, every day I'll be like, yo, let me get a wing. The dude always give me like 2 or 3 or whatever. That's now when you compare that chicken to the other 2 chickens I named, because then you got Boston Market. Boston Market tastes like something they bought from Walmart. That rotisserie chicken. It don't. This is not chicken. If it is chicken, they got hormones. But these, I don't even believe they, you know, chicken.
Keys to Win says Popeyes is rat meat. And you know, it's crazy. I heard they had a lot of roaches in Popeyes a little bit ago.
You see how big the chicken be in Popeyes?
I just be getting that chicken. I ain't gonna lie, but yeah. Like I said, I eat that shit every now and then because it's just quick to get it, man. That's the only thing. If me cooking, I hate cooking because it takes so long. When I'm hungry, I want to eat now. You know what I'm saying? So to pull up to a drive-thru is nothing, but then after you eat it, you like your stomach like bloop bloop diddy bloop. You know what I'm saying? You like shit. You should have took the time, you know.
I'm gonna jump into the stars for one quick second, then we get back to this. See, you're a type of person that if you
why you gotta put my business out in the street? Can we talk about Keys, Miss Solo, always raising?
You're the type of person that when you cook, you're burning food because you'll put a high trying to cook it fast.
Nigga, John, you know how many times my mom cursed me out because I was burning her pans up?
You put it on high, then you'll forget about it. You'll get distracted.
This nigga, man. My mom would curse me out because I would ruin her goddamn pans, man. Trying to cook some chicken
right now. I can see you cooking right now, and I'm coming to the kitchen like, look, put it halfway. You be like, no, put it halfway. Stop.
I cook better now, John. I cook better now. I cook like a normal human being now. But a couple years ago, it was bad. It was bad. My mom used to fucking air me out, John. It was bad. But I did that. It's crazy that you said that, man.
Number 3 is free food, free food,
Free
and
food,
it's
free
and
food,
not
free
only free
food.
food, not only free food, it's healthier food. Like
That's a fact.
Wawa for all you guys that's trying to lose weight. Let me give you a heads up. Wawa salad has pesticide. It will
Oh,
stop you from
shit.
using the bathroom. Wawa salad
Damn.
will stop you from using the bathroom. Try me. Don't eat if you eat Wawa salad. Don't eat it for 3 days. If you got a problem with your stomach, oh, who's a Virgo? Who's a Virgo? Let me see something. Hold on 1 second. This applies to keys to win. Keys to win. Stop eating that Wawa salad. It's not good for you. Not good because you rule the intestines. So this is why you might have stomach problems. That Wawa salad will have you not going to the bathroom for like 2 days. Those ban that Wawa salad.
That's
All right.
crazy. The fact that a salad can constipate you, because people don't think about, like the pesticides and stuff like that.
Yeah, that salad is bad, man. I mean, I really had, I ain't gonna get into it, but that salad is bad. That's all I'm gonna say.
I want to
Um,
welcome the big homie Hyde Reactz, the ambassador of the Fugazi Free Zone, in the motherfucking building. What's good, sir?
That was good, man. How y'all?
We chilling. We just going through some points that Mr. John Hardy wrote up on the topic tonight. What would a world without money look like? But we definitely want you to hop in a second. He's just gonna go through his how we're gonna do it is John's gonna go through his point, and then we're gonna all piggyback off of it. And you guys can go back and forth, and then we're just gonna keep it moving like that. You feel me, big bro?
Bet.
All right.
I want to shout out Hyde, dog. That's my brother right there. Hyde, shout you out. And I definitely want to go back on keys to win. I take back what I said. Yep, I take it back because
You said what's a Wawa?
yeah, because I thought I forgot who was a Virgo. I thought she was a Virgo, but it was a Pisces, so she barely like eat like that, and she don't really eat Wawa. So I'll take that back. I'll take that back. I'll take it back. Nah. You don't even eat Wawa. All right. Shout out to the brother Haas. How you doing, good brother?
I'm good, man. How you feeling? You all right?
Always blessed, man. Always blessed.
No doubt.
All right. So we getting on number 4.
Number 4. You got it.
Number 4. A world without money will bring free medical benefits. Free medical benefits. So now, even right now, it's so deep that Obama brought in, like, the government never touched Medicaid and Social Security. Never. So Obama made laws that everybody is mandated to have Social Security. You know what comes with that? $1,000 fine the first time, or jail time probably the second or third time. So if you don't have Medicaid, you can go to jail. Hold up. If I don't need a doctor, I gotta. If I don't need a doctor, wait. Pause that. Take that. If I don't need a doctor, I'm going to jail. What if I took care of myself? What if I'm not sick? I'm not sick. So why do I need a doctor? I wasn't been going to see these doctors. I've been doing good by myself.
That's a fact.
If I get hit by a car, yeah, I go see one of your doctors. Or if I got something that's real crazy, I go. But I don't need your doctor. Like, it's mandatory for me to have Medicaid or medication or Medicare or health benefits. Why? There's too many berries in my backyard.
That's a fact. Hi, do you agree with that?
About having health benefits?
Yeah. Without if there was a world without money, in a world without money, there would be free medical benefits.
That would be tough to say, man, because if you think about it, if you consider a world without money, what exactly would be the
benefits?
What would be the incentive?
Right.
Because it's out of human nature, just in general, about basic competition. That's why socialism won't work, because it'll be somebody who say, why would I be doing the same shit that this cat doing? Well, why would we getting the same money, but I do more? You know what I'm saying? That's the main reason socialism wouldn't work. But and just on the premise of basic human nature, but a world without money is eventually something would come around to where you would have to barter with something, and that would take the place of your money. Like this cat got skins. You need fruit, but then the next dude might have bigger fruit and he might want them skins more. You know what I'm saying? It's always going to be some form of competition. I mean, that's just my thought on it, but I don't know how that will work. I mean, as far as the the Obama thing, like I was telling people, because people seem to think that I'm a staunch Republican, and I'm not. It's just I have some of the values that they have, but there's no such thing as free healthcare. It's just some kind of way you paying for that shit. You gonna pay with it with your life, like in England? They got them long ass lines, and they generally put the more healthier, younger people first, and they let the older, sicker people die.
Wow.
Or you gonna pay for it some kind of way. And then with the Obama thing, healthcare. See, people fucked it up because they kept saying we need free healthcare. Why do we have to pay for healthcare? They don't pay for it in Canada, they don't pay for it in Europe. Well, you kind of fucked yourself, because when he made it that way, he made it to where you have to have it. If you don't have it, you will pay this fine and you will go to jail. Or we'll take it out your income tax, but you gonna get it. See, healthcare should be a privilege and not it shouldn't be a must. Having fucking car insurance should be a must. Motherfuckers should have car insurance. That's what you need to have. But it should be up to me whether I want to go to the fucking doctor or not. And that's the thing, is that people say they don't want the free healthcare, but when they go to the doctor, they don't pay. So who's that money get put on, you know? So I think that was the whole premise behind this argument. But to answer your question, I don't know if that will work, because somebody would come up with as far as a world with no money, somebody, because it's human greed is what you're dealing with. Somebody gonna find a way to make competition. That's where the shit it's gonna get shitty.
And I think we said you wasn't here earlier, and I touched on the same topic as far as bartering used to be the thing that where nobody needed money. So I mean, to me, bartering is more benefit. You know, you fix my car, paint your house. I had a whole topic with that. And as far as Obama healthcare, I agree with you with that, because see, we used to pay for health benefits, right? But nobody knew this. As an employee, it came out of our taxes. Then it became volunteer. You know, if we needed it, we took it, and if we didn't need it, whatever, it come out. And I like the point that you made. If I'm paying for health benefit for like 3 or 4 years working, right, and I don't get sick with that, because it's weird how as soon as you get fired or quit, you get sick. But the funny part is that it's like with insurance. But back in the days, insurance, you used to be able to apply for life insurance, and if you don't die in 20 years, you get like a good percentage of that money back. So if I'm paying 5 years working for a company and they fire me and I pay for all this health benefit and I never got sick, do I get some money back? You know what I mean? Because when you work, you pay it for it. So I agree with him as far as, you know, and just like I said, like if I'm not getting sick, why do I need to sign up for health benefit? I can get it on my job. They made it mandatory. See, this is how they attack companies. They made it mandatory for the jobs to require for they employees to have benefits. So now, now this is how companies getting shut down, because they're not enrolling a certain amount of people, and in the process of that, people who was paying $3 a month is now paying $11.
That's a fact.
Oh,
real quick, I want to welcome a new king to the chat room, to the Lowkey T Live family, the King Reginald Williams. Welcome, sir. Peace. But going back, just a recap. Hyde, I'm not sure if you were listening, but I'm just going to give everybody a recap. We went through 4 pretty much ways of what a world without money would look like. Number 1 would be it would reduce crime. Number 2 was less hours of work, more family time. Number 3 is free food, and number 4, like we were touching on, was free medical benefits. Did you have any opinions, Hyde, as far as, you know, crime being reduced, less hours of work, more family time, and also how, you know, free food, the impact of free food?
I think that's a lot to throw on them at one time.
But that's how I get it. I'm always ready to go.
No, I mean, those are things I've thought about in the past, you know, just on the under the basic premise of shit having an imagination, man. And I've thought about that, and I just don't. No, I don't think it will work. I just don't, because people are just by nature evil, man. People are evil, and they wouldn't. I mean, I understand what you're saying, the benefits of it, but I don't know if you can. I don't even know if you would benefit off of it, because, like I said, even with the barter system, you're gonna find somebody's gonna find a way to shit on you with that whole system, because that's just human nature. And as far as reducing crime, nah, man, animals gonna be animals. That's what they do. They've been doing this since BC. Cavemen been mugging cavemen for bigger bones for years. And they didn't even know nothing about bartering back then. It was just basic instinct, greed. I want what you have, and I don't have nothing to give you for it. Therefore, I must take it.
I'm gonna use one example that I used when I said that earlier, right? The thing about that is like Rikers Island at one time allowed people to wear, certain clothing. You know what I mean? So people was robbing each other for Guess jeans and polos and chains and shirts and stuff like that. When they made it a uniform system, it was less robbery. Now, crimes are committed, as me and Lowkey touch base with off the air. It could be a situation where you could be like, you could actually do like, yo, what you robbing for? What everybody robbing for? The money. The money. I'm robbing for the money. Some people, and then they get brainwashed into people who's robbing for money that don't have no use for it. You know what I mean? I'm robbing money. And then you hear people saying things, my kids gotta eat. What the? You robbing? Because now what if you get locked up? I guess your kid's not gonna eat if they depending on you robbing somebody. So no money definitely will create less robberies for starters. Now let's look at drugs. People pay for drugs. You take somebody coming out of jail for messing with dope, they put them in a meth clinic. The government making money off the meth clinics now, legally. They giving them perks and meth. The same thing this man got locked up for, and they won't reduce if they getting hypothetically an 8-ounce cup of meth, and then their insurance pay for it. They don't say, here, got 8 ounce, here's 4 ounce, and then we want to get you off by the time you finish this program. It's systematically programmed for recidivism, which means that's a revolving door sending you in and out of jail, because we're going to feed you the same thing you went to jail for. And guess what the bottom line of that? Money again. So when somebody's out there robbing somebody, if everybody got the equal, like, food, people robbing to feed their family, and if food is free, then at least, like you say, it is some messed up people out there that will still do it because of their personality. They want to bully people or whatever, but the majority is going to be like, I don't gotta rob for food no more.
Now, real quick, I want to that's a fact. That's a fact, John. Now, real quick, Hyde, I really want your opinion on this. Reginald Williams in the chat says, same thing Obama did with the transgender bathroom. Schools with that didn't have transgender bathroom would no longer receive federal grants, only state grants. That's extortion.
It is. In a sense, look, and see, and to John's point, and to that right there, it goes back to, it's just basic. It's basic human nature. When you look at it, because I was waiting for John to get finished, because the only thing he could lead up to, as far as his statement, what it all comes around to is making everything equal. And if you make everything equal, then that is in itself is socialism / communism, because you as the government dictate what everybody should have, not by choice. Because even in prison, the reason prison works, or it don't even work, it's just because it's because you're made to do so. Now, if you told them motherfuckers in there, listen, you do what you feel, and y'all do what you want. You think the motherfuckers, we ain't finna be wearing the same shit, and we damn sure ain't finna be eating the same thing, because they don't have nothing to stop them. Now, if you make everybody do it, kind of like Catholic school. In Catholic school, everybody made to wear the same uniform. If you gave them a choice, they will wear what they want to wear. You feel me? That's the whole thing. And no different than the bathrooms. Dude, where was transgenders using the bathroom before they put up transgender bathroom? They've been using the bathroom. So what they need another bathroom for? Now, I'm not saying you need to extort it, but I'm saying you've been using the bathroom. See, these are all unnecessary things. Transgender bathrooms. They've been transgenders. This didn't come around in 2016. It's been transgenders since the 1900s, man. And they've been using the restroom. But unless you make people do shit, like the whole we get the same food. If you don't have no money, you basically putting everybody on the equal scale, and that's fine. But if that's what you're making them do, but if you telling them they got a choice, they're not going to do that. Because I don't want to.
I just want to say not to get into a debate, but again, it's to me personally, it's not making them. Like everybody got their own choice. So if I say, listen, I'm telling all black people, grow your own food. That was one of the solutions I was going to say. Grow your own food, grow your own agriculture. I'm not making you do that. I'm not saying you have to do that. I'm just saying grow your own food and you don't have to pay for McDonald's.
Now, real quick, John, Icarus in the chat was he mentioned about food. He said if food was free, people would eat too much, meaning more animals will be slaughtered, meaning animals wouldn't be able to breed fast enough, meaning that people would starve.
Okay, we're going back to what I just said. I said, grow your own food. And now listen to the word I said, grow. You can't grow an animal. So you go in a backyard. If you teach a 2-year-old girl about agriculture, growing fruits and vegetables, the mother don't have to go to the supermarket by the time she gets 7, 8, and 9 years old to buy pesticide food that's intentionally made to be harmful on the community or the population. You grow your own food. If we had a school with kids teaching them agriculture, that's not a force. That's not communism or socialism. That's just teaching them to be self-preservant. Now, when I used to be a 5%er, the degrees went in it was knowledge, wisdom, understanding. When we got down to equality wasn't forcing everybody to be, because everybody is an individual. But you know what I mean? If people today teach their kids how to grow their own food, it's going to be safer. You can eat more because it's only vegetables and fruits. You ain't slaughtering no animals. You know what I mean? So, and then it's a dire proportion to people at the time when we was eating meat. You know, when you eat meat, it's a proportion. Back in the days, you know, my grandmother or my mother used to always say, don't eat no more than the palm of your hand. Technically now, because what they doing to the food, you should eat half of the palm of the meat that's in your hand. Nobody can afford organic food, but the less of the food that they put in all this steroids in, you eat. So now people wake up in the morning eating bacon and chicken and leftover food, and they wonder why they tired. You can grow your own food in the backyard. In 3 weeks, you got tomatoes, you got grapes.
John, you know what's so crazy that you say that? I don't mean to cut you off, but I feel myself being tired a lot of times because I feel like my body is still trying to digest the food I ate or this meat that I'm eating the day before. You know what I'm saying?
You know what it is? It's a cycle of your body, you know, producing. Your body's a time clock. That's why it's 12 hours in a day. So when you eat food, let's say for instance, most people go to a cookout. They would go to and eat a burger.
Right.
Then they eat the fries, and then they eat the fruit, and then they'll drink a beer behind it. So your system is going to process, right, the hardest food first. So now it's processing the meat and the oil. So let's say hypothetically, that takes 4 days to come out your system.
Jesus Christ.
No, let's just say 2 days. In 2 days, while that's coming out your system, now that's waiting for the fries to come out. Now, by the time the fries come out, it's waiting for the fruits or salad to come out. Now, when you take fruits and salad and put it in the refrigerator for 4 days, it become bad. It become gassy. This is why people, and then you got the beer on top of that. So then this is why people eat certain things. They get tired or they wake up in the morning feeling groggy. When you eat, the system is eating is inside out and upside down. People eating the wrong way. If you go to a cookout, eat the fruit first because it come out your system the fastest, and then eat the lettuce second because it come out faster, and then eat the rice or or the French fries, and then eat the burger last. And when you do that,
God damn.
you might not even want the whole burger. You might eat just half of it because you put so much nutrition and protein in your system just off of that. You be like, I don't even want the burger. But people were down the burger, the chicken, the steak, and all of that first. Right. So that take longer to come out your system. And while it's in your system, the fruits and vegetables and then the gas. I mean, the beer, the wine, or whatever you drink behind it, creating a gas structure. So, like, for instance, people used to ask, why do you drink wine before you eat? Because it flush out of my system faster. I'm not trying to eat a big burger and then drink the wine. Now the wine is stuck in my stomach waiting for the burger to get out. After the burger leave, I got to wait for the oil to leave. After the oil leaves, you got the bread and everything else. No. And plus, I get drunk faster that way.
Damn. Now let's hop up into number 5, and then we're gonna get Hyde's thoughts on it as well.
All right, number 5 is free. Let me just wait. Okay, free education. So, do you know how much people pay for education alone? And then most of the people that pay for education, they don't even get the job that they started college for. Now, let's get into education. To me, education is it's not for everybody, because you got people that was born into this world with certain talents that they can make money off of. Like you can see kids. I watch YouTube, right? Well, a little 3-year-old kid was DJing better than his father. So you know what I mean? That's talent. That's money. Now, when you get into education again, you're dealing with whose education? I don't want to get into no racist thing, but every education ain't for every nationality. You look at Chinese educate their own people. When you go to China, they got Chinese. Statistics shows you barely got any black teachers teaching black history. So when you get into education, you got to take a financial loan, student loan, federal Pell Grant, and then by the time you try to get an apartment, you can't. You 22, 23, you can't get an apartment because you got this on your credit report. That's equivalent to having a felony for the rest of your life. And then you got to pay $30,000 to become a lawyer just to make less than most people don't even finish. So now they make like $19,000 a year. So it would be free education. You can't beat that. You can't beat that. Come on, Haas, bring it along. Bring it, Haas.
Hold on, I think at this point that I think education might be the most. I'm not going to say it's not overrated in the elementary, high school level. I think as far as the collegiate level, education is pretty much obsolete. I mean, you don't really need it to achieve what it is you plan to achieve in life, unless going to a junior college is straight. But as far as a 4-year college, I know. I fuck with doctors on a regular basis who still crying about their student loans. And these people who make 6 figures a year, they still got student loans out the ass because they have to pretty much mortgage part of their future just to get through college. Wow. So, I mean, it's pretty much overrated. I mean, most people I talk to who went to college said if they had that to do over again, they wouldn't do it. I mean, yeah, they just wouldn't do it. But I mean, you don't really, it's not a necessity to achieve in life. I mean, it helps. I mean, but you can school yourself if you're willing to have the patience and the consistency to read a fucking book or listen to one at least, but I agree with you on that. I mean, you don't really need education's overrated. You don't really need it. I don't think anyway.
Now, real quick, I just want to hop up in the chat because I want to make sure everybody's still up. Everybody's being involved. Reginald Williams says the federal. We can just pop it back to the food real quick. The federal government and Monsanto doesn't allow farmers to regrow food. You have to buy your seeds from Monsanto, or you're subject to arrest or fines. He goes on to say you can grow food in your own backyard. But growing on a larger scale with the farm, you have to buy your seeds from Monsanto. That's the law, and we know what Monsanto stands for. But I think more in the case of the topic what would a world look like without money. Without money, I don't think Monsanto would even exist. You know what I mean?
And I agree with you. Now here's the deep part, because I think Keys to the Win asked about what is Monsanto?
But
Monsanto.
definitely Monsanto. Didn't they just buy Bayer?
Let me tell you how deep they is. Let me tell you how deep they is. When you go to agriculture and electronics, they shut that down. They got Wall Street from electronics. They got agriculture, and they making it illegal. Did you know somebody, because of Monsanto, whatever their name is, laws? They got one person got fined and probably, if not jailed, for collecting rain. So you can't even, they took over it was a warning back in 2014 and 15 to buy organic seeds, because they're going to change the seeds from organic, and then they go and inspect agriculture to make sure the soil, see, we going back to money again. They want to make sure the soil is tainted. So they are the corruptions of people saying, look, we don't want this pesticide food. No, we want your electronic gimmicks that we got to pay for, because, you know, when it comes to food, if you, let's say, for instance, I had a house, right? And my neighbor bought some fake grass, and his grass started coming over to my side. And I told him, you know, listen, you got to stop that, because once his grass come over to mine, I forgot what kind of grass it was, but it was fake grass.
I've seen that shit on the TV, yo.
It really grows. It's real grass, but it's fake. It's
Right.
I can't think of the word.
When you spray it, it's like blue, right?
It's synthetic. That's what the word, synthetic. So it was synthetic grass. So it's real grass, but it's synthetic. It's almost, you could use the word clone for that. So it start coming in my side. It's clone grass. Because it really grows. It's not like, you know, sometimes they got grass that you put over your backyard and they don't grow. So, you know, but I'm talking about grass that grows synthetic. You know what I mean? So this start coming to my side. And what I told him is, if it come over to my side and it eat through my soil, you know what I mean? It's going to affect my soil, and then my whole grass is going to turn that way. And I see my other neighbor did the same thing. He did a little patch, and I used to always say, look, you can see the patch, because this one is too green from natural grass. It was like bright green. It looked brand new, but the rest of his grass looked natural. So when I told him, he stopped doing it. Now the moral of the point is, when you mess with fertilized soil and you put some improper impurities in it, you know, synthetic, it messes the whole soil up. And then you know what happened? And I told him, if this grows, it's irreversible. So Montano, whatever his name, I can't get that name right. Monsanto, if they keep putting these seeds all over the world, just imagine the world now got synthetic grass. It's irreversible. You can't go back and say, let's fix this. So this is what they doing with the food. This is what they doing with the grass. This is what they doing with the soil. So if everybody, it's even to a point, like the brother just explained, they trying to make it illegal. I think somebody got arrested for growing corn of some type of food in front of their front yard, and they said it's illegal. They said it's illegal to grow in your front yard. You can grow it in the back. And then some people got, yo, I'm serious. Google it. Illegal. He grew it in the front. And they said, well, they fined them or whatever. You know, this is the time they were saying that you can't put a flag in front of your house. But they literally threatened to jail him if he grow in front of his own house. So right now, there's an agricultural law, Google this, everybody, that it's illegal to grow your own fruits and vegetables. Now, that's deep. You can't even grow your own fruits and vegetables, and you can't collect rain. Natural sources, equality. No, we all supposed to be equal to do. If I don't go and collect rain and I starve, that's on me. If I don't grow my own food and I want to buy from somebody, that's on me. But let me have my right, because this is constitutional law to say I got the right to grow my own food, collect rainwater. I don't care how much chemical trails you put in there. I'm going to get the chemical trails out of it. But don't arrest me for growing fruits and vegetables in front of my own house. Even businesses go down. Did you know that Amazon, all the way with Amazon bought out Whole Foods?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna let that sink in, everybody. Taste that apple.
Well, how do you feel about that, Hyde? As far as we live in everybody says we live in America, the land of the free, but you can't even collect rainwater that come out the sky.
That I don't doubt any of that. I mean, there's probably a lot more shit you can't do until you do it, and then you get caught behind fucking with it. You know what I'm saying? But I think a lot of it boils down to a few basic things, kind of like when you was talking about Social Security earlier, and like back in the day when that shit was when they first brought that shit out, it was a good idea for the fact that people died early, and it's fucked up now because people live longer. Now you talk about the food. The food is being processed and shit to get like your chicken. If you look at a processed chicken and the organic chicken, the processed chicken is much bigger. It's like almost 2 times the size damn near. Because you're looking at
That's a fact. That's a fact.
You're looking at trying to feed. It's the point of trying to feed a lot of motherfuckers with a really small ass chicken. So you're trying to make that shit stretch because it's too many people on the face of the earth. Let me
interject on that real quick. See, it's not the fact that it's not enough chicken and they trying to see, this is their reason. Their reason, they say, is like, we can't process this amount of meat this fast, so we got to inject it with hormones. No, they doing that for the simple fact that they doing that, one, for greed, money. You know what I mean? They doing that for greed and money. The second thing they doing it for, literally, is poisoning the people, because if you look at the ingredients of the stuff that they putting in the chicken, it's literally labeled as poison. But the federal government might say, well, we regulate them to put only 0.1 percentage in it. Whereas you shouldn't put none of that, just like the tap water. The tap water, they said, well, we only got this amount of fluoride. We regulate how much fluoride they can put in the water. Why you got fluoride in the water? There's systems that can get fluoride out the water. So we're dealing with chicken at Popeyes, like I said before, that's not the normal size of a regular chicken. There's a bunch of YouTubes with them injecting these cows and chickens with things that they don't even require to have ingredients that what they injecting them with.
And see, I won't speak to the because I don't know. I try not to step out of my area if I don't know. And I can't say if they intentionally poisoning us. I don't know the reason behind it, but I know that a organic chicken is much smaller than a processed chicken, and I know that it's too many people on the face of the earth. For the fact that China limits you to 2, in China they limit you to 2 kids and 1 girl.
Right, and if you notice, they limit you to 2 boys and 1 girls, because in life the boys are the reproduction of having more babies, so they got control of society by saying you can only have 2 boys and 1 girl, and then like who is China to say God said you can't have 8 kids in China? You know how many people ran away?
That's real shit. Wow. But check. But if you ever just check peep China, peep some video from China, fam, they got too many people over there.
No.
Really overly populated.
But the thing about China, listen, I'm gonna drop this overpopulation to you. Look. Most country, United States, British, China, Russia, Japan, they would use the term overpopulation. You know what overpopulation is? It's when I walk outside and I ain't got no elbow room. They use that word because if you look at a system by Bill Gates called depopulation, they want X amount of people depopulated off this earth so they can control it. China could never be overpopulated because there's too much land, too much square land on that earth to say it's not enough people. There's too much desolated places for them to build more places everywhere on this earth. If you look at the amount of people on this earth in a square miles radius of the land, water, because you could put people on water. China did that. You got to see, you got too much space to say this world is overpopulated. It's impossible to be overpopulated, and they got a depopulated program to literally Bill Gates. There's a video he put out on how to depopulate the world, right? And the first thing is P something something something. He start with people. He said through sicknesses, diseases, we can depopulate the world. Look that up, good brother. There's no.
Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it already. And they wasn't hiding the video. The video's out there for you to see.
Right.
But,
so there's no way.
There's
no way you can say any country anywhere is depopulated, because if China feel like they overpopulated, they send them to Japan. It barely spaces in Japan.
They're not gonna send them to Japan because they don't fuck with each other like that.
Right. So if you look at China, China sold out to the Americans. You know why? Because they got this white image that they look down on Japan, like Japan is black. And then when you look at Japan, Japan honored the fact that they learned kung fu from Africa. So they saying like, we not letting that go. But they sold out, so they became in power. You look at Puerto Ricans look down on Dominicans because Dominicans said the drums came from Africa. So you look at Indians sold out because, you know what I mean, black African Americans can, you know, associate themselves with Africa. So people that don't associate themselves with their African history, you know, and the ones that says I'm not black, you know, because Puerto Ricans will literally call a Dominican a spick, which is another term for nigger. See what I'm saying? So China is on that same pole right there, and they looking down on Japan, but Japan got a lot of space. They freaking cousins. They cousins. So become one nation, get together. But you, even in China, you got more land than people over there. I'm not gonna get into that concept I got into, but you got more land than people over there. So when they come out and they ain't got no elbow room, you know what I mean? Then you could say it's overpopulated.
Fam, like I said, I don't know. I like everything you was just saying about the drums and shit. I can't comment on because I don't know nothing about it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna claim ignorance to that. But I'm telling you, it's too many fucking people in China. Way too many.
And they saying, you know what? Bill Gates said it's too many people in America. Every country says too many people everywhere. Because they got a depopulation. You seen the video program. So this is something that, you know, you can look up. I mean, it's like you said, they not hiding it. They trying to depopulate British. They trying to depopulate China. They trying to depopulate America. And then here's the thing about it. Here's what's deep about it. When they call for depopulation, what nationality do you think it affects?
Was that a question?
Yes.
Oh, shit, it affects minorities. But like I always told people, white people don't have to kill us. We gonna do it ourselves. We eat our own. We don't ever have to worry about the white man killing us. We tend to do that very well.
I agree with you with that. Even though they're killing us, I mean, they
don't have to do a goddamn thing. You know they literally can just sit back and watch.
But they doing it, though. They doing it. They killing us. Like they shooting so many kids in the last 2 years. Kids. We talking kids now. You know what I mean? You got, I don't even know how many black sisters went missing and kids getting killed. So the police killing us.
Do you know in 2016 in New York alone, it was more babies aborted than it was born?
Listen, I'm not going to debate that because that's factual.
Over 140,000 babies.
Right. But I'm not going to use that to debate how many kids, black kids, the police killed. If you want to get into that, now we talking about Planned Parenthood. Now we got to go back to that. That was made in Africa. Planned Parenthood was made in Africa for black people to kill their own babies. When it worked out, it was a program, and then they started putting it. If you see what black Planned Parenthood, they got commercials. They putting that in the black community. Go to a rich white neighborhood and see if you see a Planned Parenthood in there. Because hold on, wait.
I know, this is my point. We as a community, as black people. See, that's why when I talk with black folks, I try to get them. I don't want to talk about the white man because that's the least of your fucking worries right now. Our worries is what we doing to ourselves in the community. First off, we aborting black babies at an alarming rate, and that goes down to the fact of.
I respect that, but I don't want that to be like, okay, let's look at how many babies we aborting versus, because that's a whole nother topic. And
no. I'm not even trying to compare the two. I'm not saying one is right and one is wrong, and I'm not saying they on equal ground. I'm saying though, when we get into the survival of a race, we got to get down to the core issue, and the core issue is the race itself. See, like animals. When animals ain't surviving, it's mainly due to the fact that either they can't adapt or we killing them.
No, I agree with that. That's a whole nother topic. Yeah. Like for me, like I would literally go in and because I'm pro-life when it comes to abortion. So I'm against it because abortion is systematically programmed. Again, we get back to systematically. Abortion clinics was made for black people. Again, that's another depopulation system. Like imagine if they got 32 ways of enhancing or influencing black people to kill each other, crime, abortion, robbery, and then you right, because they don't have to kill us. One of the KKK said, we don't have to kill them because they're doing a good job of killing themselves. So you're right about that. Now, I would love to have that topic because I can expose every piece of that. But just getting back to, the system of them killing us.
But this is Mr. Hardy. Check this. Say we didn't have. All right. Say we didn't have people who died from disease. Say no wars, none of this, none of that. Say people just lived and died naturally. Back in the day, in the 1900s, the average lifespan of a human being was 50 years old. You got motherfuckers living to 110 right now. 110 years old.
I want to disagree with that. I want to disagree with that. Okay, now if you go back, right? If you do your history, you're going back to the 1900s. Let's go back to the 1600s. If you go back, in the 1900s, all Puerto Rico was black, and it was owned by black people. So, like, if you go back before that, right? And this is now I don't want to. Because I don't want to say this is facts, but even in biblical history, people live to 100, over 100 years old. Now, if you go back, and I remember in the 70s, so I'm speaking my time, when grandmothers lived to like 120 years old. History shows that we live to 120, 30, 40 years old. Right now, that's actually going down, good brother. This is why they raising the price of Social Security, because we are actually dying younger. The average age expected to die, especially in the black community, is not even 85 now. They expect us not to make 70. I remember somebody told me that, if I died at 70, I lived a good life. I'm like, I'm trying to see 200. My ancestor lived at 200. So I'm not going to say, you know what I mean? We didn't die at 50 years old. If we died at 50 years old in the 1900s, that's because things was being done to us. Before they made all this processed food, organic food was the cure to all sickness. There was no sicknesses. My great-grandmother told me that berries in the backyard, we didn't have no doctors then. Since they opened up hospitals and doctor clinics, people start dying even more. Do you know cancer was at the lowest rate in the 70s, 60s, and 50s? And then as soon as they open up these clinics, cancer started booming. It became a trend. That makes me think you guys are creating the cancer. Cancer is caused by food. Most of these systematically sicknesses is caused by food. It goes to your intestine, your stomach. It messes that up. And I did a research on cancer, lupus, diabetes. It's all associated with your gut. So once you inflammation and mucus is in your gut, you can't let your antibodies, your immune system fight that off because you blocking it with the pancakes and the bacon and the oil and the sugar and the salt in the morning. So you putting a blockage up in there. If you do research, back in the days, we lived way longer, way longer. The more we live, the shorter we live because we're not going back to what we did before. Organic food, you know what I mean? We're not drinking as much water we're supposed to drink. We eating food that's unhealthy for us. So when people see McDonald's on the TV, that's called programming. So they want to run a McDonald's. You can show today they created so much ignorancy in the black people or the community in general, black and white and every nationality, is when you see McDonald's, you can show people that there's horse meat in there. You know what they're going to say? It's good. You can show people there's rat meat in Chinese food. They do not care. This was a system programmed to brainwash people not to care about the food they eat. That's facts, good brother.
Now, real quick, Hyde, if you want to rebuttal that, I definitely welcome it. If not, we're gonna hop into number 6 of the number 6 point of the topic. What would a world look like without money? I didn't want to interject because y'all was going in.
All right, we're on number 5. Technically, we're on number 5. We're on number 5.
Number 5. Oh, number 5 was free education.
Okay, you're right. Sorry about that. All right, number 5, number 6, I would say it would be less incarceration. Again, like I said, people not robbing for money. It'll be free healthcare. So you see like dope fiends robbing for drugs and stuff like that. You know what I mean? It'll be less incarceration. Incarceration is a systematic thing. It's made to trap you to go out there. Like, let's say somebody's selling weed. They get locked up. Guess who sell weed? The government. It's legal. Now, let's say somebody's drinking beer in a public. They go to jail. Who sells the beer? The government. Let's say somebody's shooting dice on the corner. You go to jail. But they got casinos. You know what I mean? So all the crime that they commit, and you just got to pay tax to do it. You know what I mean? Let's say somebody messing with dope. They go to jail. When you come home, they giving you dope. Let's say somebody out there prostituting females, but they got escort systems. Legal escort tax paying system to sell brothel houses, prostitution that they make label as date services. So it would definitely be less incarceration. And all these things that I'm saying is that it goes back to the money. Everything we talked about, they manipulate the system to make money for things that they say we can't do.
How you feel about that, big homie Hyde?
Shit, I can't call it. I don't smoke. I don't drink. I don't fuck prostitutes. So then I don't gamble.
That's a fact.
So shit. I mean,
that's a fact.
Can't argue that.
Big Hyde bulletproof.
No, I'm just saying I don't fuck with it. So now, not to say that I've done my share. I just don't at the minute. But I know that not by drinking, smoking, gambling, and shit like that, I spend less money. So that could be a good theory there. That might be straight.
Yeah,
I know the thing. No, go ahead, Phil. No, go ahead.
The point I'm making is that, is if you sitting on the corner shooting dice, that's not even for people that shooting dice. But you sitting on the corner shooting the dice, they're going to be like, you can't shoot dice. They're not going to tell you you can go to a casino and do it because you got to pay the casino. You know what I mean? You can't smoke weed. You till this day, you still getting charged for possession of weed, but they reduced it down to, you just get it's not even a felony. It's not a misdemeanor. It's less than a citation. It's equivalent to jaywalking. They making money off that. When you go in there, pay $75 and get out of here. And so it's not even on your criminal record, but yet they got weed factories all over, certain states. All over certain states. They got weed factories that you got to pay. You got to have $1 million insurance so black people can't get that. You know what I mean? You got like machines selling weed. But you telling me if you catch me with an eighth in my pocket, I don't smoke weed. You know what I mean? But I just think about the people that do. Like it's a medicinal. We always been a medicinal. So if you go back in the days with alcohol, when the mafia was selling alcohol, right? They was making legal money. The government said, whoa, you got to pay. It was extortion back then. Look at all the mafia movies. But then that turned into, you got to pay. And then they say you got to get a license. Then you got to get a permit. Like, we're going to make money. So they just making money off of what they consider to be illegal activities, prostitution, gambling. If I'm shooting dice with my man, like, how the hell that's gambling? But I'm going to go to jail for it, or I'm going to get a fine. You got a whole casino, you know, a whole casino on Indian reservations on top of that. So that's deep. That's deep. That's deep. All right, we're going to go to number 7. If
real quick, let me hop up in the comments super quick, John. Reginald Williams says you can literally put grinders, pipes, and bags out on the corner, but as soon as I leave the store, you can be arrested, and the products are in plain view, so they're not hiding it. I just wanted to hop to that comment.
Facts. I agree with them. You know what I mean? If you got, now this is when they'll charge you for, if you ain't got the weed, right? So if they only got the weed, they're gonna charge you for the grinders, pipes, and all this. But yet you see the Arabs, selling it legally. Why? Because they pay to have a store to sell it. You go to one of those Arab stores, they got the bamboo Dutches, they got the grinder, the pipes, they got the stash box, they got everything. But if I sit on the corner and sell the same thing, I'm going to jail.
My man said the stash box.
The stash box, the iced tea thing that you screw from the bottom.
Yeah.
You feel me? The banks, the piggy banks, the can sodas. They sell all of that. Even the weed bags, the crack bags back in the day. They can sell all that. But when you get caught, I forgot what the charge. It's a charge for that. It's a charge for having that.
That's crazy. Yo, that's so crazy that you say that, John. The first time my boy had one of those, I didn't know what the fuck it was. And the first time I went to a smoke shop or whatever and I saw them shits, I was like, wow, these shits look real for real. They had like Poland Spring bottles, Arizona iced tea cans, and you just move some shit. You know, you undo some shit and you can hold whatever in that. You can hold whatever. That shit, I was like, wow. Because I was the first time I seen that shit.
Chris said, and serial killers still exist. See, you can focus all that money on getting serial killers. There shouldn't be that many serial killers out here when cereal is killing kids. Did I say that? You go get the serial killers and stop putting the poison in the cereal that's killing kids. All right. Okay. The next one, so it stops. 8? Yeah, we're going on number 8. It stops greed. So now people not going to be greedy no more. You know what I mean? The love of money, you know, can actually create greed. The love of money is the root of all evil, like I said earlier. So people can be greedy because you one person making more money than the other. And then that can go deeper than money. That could be like, you know, status, prestigious, recognition, and stuff like that. So a person might look at you and get some hateful animosities that you're doing better than him. What's the source of that? Money. The source of you doing better than them is that your hard work made more money. So now he want to get greedy. You know, greedy could come in the form of overspending at a casino or robbing somebody or just, you know, doing bad investments. You know what I mean? So it would eliminate greed. And that's one of the 7 deadliest sins.
You know, Hyde, hypothetically, if you took money out of all the people around you there, if you took it out of their priorities, do you feel like you would see a change as far as greed?
Well, you would, but something else would be your currency.
Facts. But would you see a change? Would you see a change? Would you see a change?
So both of y'all kind of agree that greed. The greed
no
would
difference.
go anywhere.
The change would be as significant as from weed to cocaine. I think personally.
I'll say
just one straight to another.
I'll say from cash to bartering. So when you bartering, there's less greed in bartering because, you know, if I fix your car and you paint my house, then you know what I mean. That's bartering. So nobody's going to be greedy. Everybody gonna put more work into it, you know. But when you see money in it, and then hypothetically, if you pay somebody to do something, a lot of times, and I'm not going to say, you know, in general, sometimes, I'm going to say sometimes, People will put less work into something you already paid for. I heard so many people pay people to do their credit. After they got paid, they was complaining. But if they didn't get paid, they put more work into it. So when you get to bartering, you know what I mean? It's no money in there. It's more of the value of your work you putting in. You know what I mean? I'll be like, all right, look, cut down my tree and I'll cook. You know, I'm a chef. I'm a cook, you know, for your wedding. Cut down the trees in the backyard. So it's no greed in it. It's no like, oh, now I need to get extra money. Because sometimes you can charge somebody a certain price for services you render, and then you realize the value of the service you're rendering, you want more money now. Somebody be like, yo, you only charge him $300 to do his credit repair. He used to pay $1,200. This is when greed kick in. So now he'd be like, yo, I'm gonna charge you $600 because you used to paying this amount. Like, hold on, I thought you was doing it because you know that's what you charge everybody. No, but you used to pay 12. Why you in my pockets? Why you in my pockets? Matter of fact, get my money back. My money back, dog.
Oh no, I'm gonna tell you like this because I would be doing a huge disservice to the stream and the chat if I wasn't 100% completely honest about this fact. I'm about money. I'm talking about I don't have no habits. My habit is money. That's my thing, but not to a point to where it's a detriment to me. It's not. I'm not gonna let that rule who or what I am. But make no mistakes. But I'm about getting it. I need that, and I need that at a high level. I admire rich people. I don't envy them. I admire them though, because I know at some point in time somebody got that shit somebody had to bleed for it. Somebody wasn't rich at the time and passed it down. Somebody was broke as fuck and they went out and got their bread, and right. I appreciate that. But with that being said, I think and the one thing I appreciate about Lowkey and John Hardy is y'all still this is the main thing that I appreciate about y'all, and this is what I think fucking with y'all. This is what keeps me at least 1% grounded with the human race is y'all still believe in human beings, and I don't. I've lost all hope in human beings. So for you, when we talk about like not having no money and then the next thing replace it, I think that whatever that next thing is, whether it be bartering or whether it be I don't know what it could be, but however the exchange of funds or whatever the next currency is, motherfuckers will kill, rape, steal, rob, and all that for that shit because that's who human beings are. Are there some good people? Fuck yeah. I know some good people. Y'all good people. At least I believe so. I haven't met you personally, but I believe y'all good people.
No, Hyde,
but the rest of it,
I don't mean to cut you off, Hyde, but I'm gonna go real super duper fairy tale right now. Could you see a world where you take money out of the equation and maybe you could insert morals into it? That would be the new currency, morals. Or am I going to, you know?
They don't handle who got you was just telling me the other day.
if it became a standard.
Fam, your shit, ever since you started doing streams, your shit been real like shit that can help people, fam. Your shit has been like, you very seldom have monkey shit on your channel. You know what I'm saying? Very seldom. You collab with somebody trying to do some good shit, and look what happens just on a simple collaboration. And you talking about bartering? Like with some real life like when barter, like when I'm talking about you like on the range back in the day in the cowboy days and shit, bartering was a thing. But if you fucked over somebody, that will get you shot.
That's a fact.
You think these motherfuckers not gonna listen? I love you, cats, man, but I'm telling y'all believe in. I don't believe in people that much.
In my opinion, that's morals. You do right by somebody, they do right by you. But if you fuck somebody over, that's it. That's your ass. I live by that code. I live by that code.
Same shit right now.
I'm not gonna say this because I never read the Bible, but somebody said an eye for an eye, right? Or a tooth for a tooth, right?
Bro, nobody go by that.
So I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna treat people with respect. If they give it back, they give it back. I don't even give a fuck. But I'm just saying, and you can't be out here. I don't see, like, for example, right? And I don't even really want to bring this up, right? But I'm gonna bring up, for example, this whole this whole what was his name? The kid in the Bronx, Junior, and they chopped that poor boy up, right? But their punishment of these gang of people that chopped him up, they're comfortable for the rest of their life. They just happen to be in a cage. You know what I'm saying? So I don't see that. I'm like, y'all went out there, you made it up in your mind, you wanted to chop this human being up. Y'all niggas should get chopped up.
Lowkey.
That'll stop other motherfuckers from chopping niggas up, in my opinion. Or at least it'll decrease it.
I had motherfuckers at my house. A week ago. I had them. I buy drinks. I don't drink, but I like to have other people have a good time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They got all tipsy and got to talking crazy, and I told them, I said, you know what? I said the way you keep motherfuckers from doing crime is doing the shit to them that they did to somebody else.
Right.
If a motherfucker is a serial raper, well, you know what your shit is? You gonna be raped every day for 20 years in the pen by another man. Because you think that's cool, you think that's acceptable.
That's a fact.
So I guarantee you, if a rapist hears that I might be raped every day for 20 years, he think less about raping. I'm telling you, you can't negotiate with animals, man. Them dudes chop that boy up, them dudes is animals. You gonna give them 25 years and let them back out on the streets? Right. They didn't show that man that same courtesy.
I mean, look, I'll say this, man. I'm like I said, I'm pro, love, man, peace and all that shit. But if somebody chopped up my son, they gonna get chopped up or worse. I would just say that allegedly, I guess. I don't know. Whatever.
No, it's not allegedly. Them is
but like I said, I try. Even though I do have that belief system, that's just the way I came up. That's just in my genes. I am like I focus on the other side. I'm just an optimist. I'm optimistic, but at the same time I'm a realist. It's a lot going on here. And like I said, I try to focus on the other side. We could come on YouTube and we could talk about bullshit and monkey shit and curse each other out and and threaten each other. Or we could talk about, shit that's going to make everybody feel good, shit that's real. So then when this shit is over, people can take this information and that energy out into the world, and they can spread that type of information to the next person they encounter. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it.
And that's why I say I really appreciate y'all, because at the y'all, not very many people have ideas on how to make shit better. You know what I'm saying? People generally tell you how to destroy something. Very few people can tell you how to build something.
That's a fucking fact.
So, and that's why I always like talking to y'all, man. I don't know. I guess it's just in me to be. I'm not a pessimist about life. I'm a pessimist about people. I don't trust fucking people, man, because I see we do some of the most evil fucking things, and they could be somebody who you love the most, and they'll turn around and do something real mad fucking evil to you, man. So that lets me know, I'm not going to treat you shitty until you do something, but mentally you on the shit list off top. That way it won't be a fucking surprise when something happens. But like I said, I always appreciate you cats, man. Y'all, I mean, like, I don't know, man. It's just something y'all always bring the best shit to the table, man.
We trying, man. We trying. John Hardy, how you feel about Hyde opening up on a rare? Is a blue moon, full moon? What's going on with the stars that Hyde is opening up tonight with us?
No, I'm just giving y'all love, fam. Y'all do good shit, man. Y'all do good shit. Mr. Hardy probably jumped into a bottle of wine, I think.
Well, shit. Let me hop up in the chats and see what they're talking about. Icarus says morals would go something like this: if I wanted people to build me a house, I would help them build the house. Then for each person that helped me build my house, I would have to help build others. He goes on to say,
Hispanic,
huh?
That's how Hispanic. In Texas, that's how Mexicans do. They all stay in the same shit. Right. And they all help one buy a car, then the next one buy a car, and that's how they live.
And but hi, you couldn't see a situation where that was on a world scale. When I was on a larger scale,
I don't know, fam. It'll be tough. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's not worth trying. Shit, at this point, anything is worth trying. But I don't trust people, man. I don't know if people like John was saying earlier about the greed shit, man. It's just So motherfuckers is just mad greedy. It's somebody out there that always wants more than the next person, you know?
Right.
And they'll do that almost by any means. I mean, I think taking money, if you took money out of circulation, fine. But somebody will find another currency. They'll find something, it'd be gold, diamonds. Whoever has the most gold. Shit, gold used to be the currency.
Right. That's a fact.
That used to be it. Motherfucker would knock you for a gold nugget.
Now it ain't shit.
No, it ain't. Shit, it ain't. Shit.
John, if you're there, let me know. Otherwise, me and Hyde we're gonna keep running our mouth and shit. John, we can't hear you, John.
No, I can't hear you either.
Yeah, we can't hear you. He probably been talking this whole time. And you know, Miss Solo says, but real quick, Icarus says, I'm about family, but I kind of need money to take care of them. But I feel like this, man. If you take money out the situation, you can be that. You have more time for your family. You could go out and hunt with your family. You know what's so crazy, Hyde? I fucking lost my credit card yesterday, bro, for no reason, right? I went to the deli, and then later that night, like 10 o'clock, they I'm like, damn, where the fuck is my credit card at? Come to find out, I left it at the deli. I called the dude in the morning, the restaurant, the deli owner, and he said they actually on vacation. I never knew a deli that go on vacation, but I called him and I was like, man, is there any way you could come, open up the store so I can get my card or whatever? But long story short, he helped me and everything. But he told me, he was like, yeah, I'm going fishing with my son this morning, and I was like, wow, that's fucking awesome, because I never, Hyde, when I tell you, I don't fucking know how to fish. You know why I don't know how to fish? Because I never had a father that taught me how to fish. And you know why I never had a father that never taught me how to fish? Because I never had a fucking father. You feel me? So it's him saying that, I'm like, damn, that nigga don't even know how lucky he is that, one, he get to be with, somebody that gave birth to him, one, and two, can give him that enlightenment directly. He don't have to go out and seek it. You know what I'm saying? Like how we saw each other. You know what I'm saying? We found each other, and now we can give out enlightenment to, others or whatever. But the fact that, like I said, just going back to the money part, he was taking care of his family and at the same time bonding, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, fishing, feeding his family. But at the same time, that, in my opinion, that's what I would see a life like. If we're talking about the positive side, it would be more of that. You know what I'm saying? Going on opposed, if we're looking at the positive side, you know what I'm saying?
But that's kind of the thing. That's kind of the thing that I was saying earlier, that how much I'm about money, but I don't let it dictate who I am.
Absolutely.
And see, that's why I stepped away from the YouTube situation. See, even my girl asked me, she was like, how come you ain't doing your YouTube no more? And I was like, listen, I started getting consumed with the situation. So when I start getting consumed by something, I take a step back. I got family. I got some things. I got people who I hadn't talked to in a while, who I need to talk to, who I need to check and see if they okay. And I got so wrapped up in chats and streams and views and fucking copyright strikes and fucking Charlemagne's. Dude, I just got so consumed with the whole shit. I'm like, this is all my life has become. So I kind of need to step back a little bit.
Well, I'll be honest, I never got that impression from you, Hyde. I always felt like the impression I got from you was you hop up on here, you put the content out, you put the information out, and whatever people do with it, that's what they do with it. But you feel like your job was done. I never felt like you obsessed over any of that.
Nah, fam. I had, not only did I have just my regular channel, I had a YouTube channel, I had a Daily Motion channel, and I had a BuzzFeed channel. I was working all four of them motherfuckers, plus a blog, plus work. Dude, I was just, bro, I was up like 7 o'clock in the morning, just grinding.
Right.
Just grinding. And I wasn't making a lot of time out for the other things that I had going in life. I mean, I was taking care of them, but I wasn't putting that personal touch to them like I was. So long story short, I think money would be fine. And a lot of things would be fine. It's just us as human beings that fuck it up. You know what I'm saying? I think for real, it is. No different than drinking is fine. Drinking alcohol is fine, but we just tend to abuse it.
Microphone check 1 2. I'm back.
You straight, John. You straight. Let Hyde finish his point though, bro.
No, it's just and that's my only thing is that I think almost everything in life from day one, bro, day one when in the Garden of Eden, shit, Eve chose to fucking feed a man's an apple. Things was gonna be fine theoretically. If you go by the Bible, shit was gonna be lovely. It's us that tend to fuck it up, man. We tend to everything that comes along that's good. We find a way to fuck it up.
But you know,
and that's just the only thing with human beings.
I absolutely agree, Hyde. But you know what's so crazy? Going back to as far as being consumed with it, there was a time where you reached out to me and we was chopping it up, and I was ready to call it quits too. I mean, when I started this whole thing, as far as YouTube, my whole mind state was, well, shit, if I could just help one person, right? If I could help one person change their mind, I help them, you know what I'm saying? Put a smile on their face, then I'm good. I'm like, and I tried to keep that approach as long as I could. But it came a time where I'm like, damn, ain't nobody watching my motherfucking content. Don't nobody give a fuck about Lowkey T Live. But then I had a breakthrough on my Charlemagne the God video. I got a lot of fucking videos on views on there, but it wasn't as far as the views. It was just, for me, it was the breakthrough. I felt like, okay, people actually care about my message. So then that kept me in. But also, like I said, now it's just like, now you can see, like, you know, when we used to go live, man, the shit it's always been the same. We always been talking about the same topics, the same message, the same type of morals, the same status of what's going on. But now you see, like, just like that, we stayed on pace, and now we have, you know, people, we have a YouTube family up in the chat, you know, sharing their energy with us. We're sharing our energy with them. It took a lot of fucking time, but it's all worth it in my opinion now, because now my subscribers can hear you. They can hear you speak. You can get your shit off. They can hear John Hardy. He can get his shit off. It can Mel, Matt. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's all worth it now. You feel me?
Hey, can we get some? Hold on one second. I appreciate it if everybody like, subscribe, and share this channel. Like, subscribe, and share the channel.
Yes. Like John said, please like and subscribe and share this so we could bring more people in the conversation. Because everybody's voice is being heard here, from Hyde to John to everybody in the chat. You know what I'm saying? So, but how you feel about that, man? How you feel about the progress, man, that we making over here? The fact that now when we speak, you know, people actually can get the game.
Oh no, I mean, it's just, I think over a period of time, it's kind of that inevitability thing. If you ever go, this is one of the things I always like. That's why I say I was way too consumed with the situation. Anybody who I fuck with or who fuck with me, I will go to their channel and I will go to that part that says about, and I will look and see when they started it and how long and how many subs they got and views and shit like that. But more importantly, when they started it. Because the grind, when you see a motherfucker who grind for 7 years, they got 3,000 subs or some shit like that. Do you 7 years is a long goddamn time to be grinding, day in and day out. And you know how many times that person probably said, man, fuck this YouTube shit. Nobody gives a fuck this, especially when you fucking with somebody who got a good message. You know what I'm saying? You go and see that the journey that they had and the grind that they had to put in. And I mean, it's just over a period of time. If you stick to your script and stick to who and what you are, be true to yourself, no matter what it is that people say or how they try to change you, stick to your format and the thing that you're comfortable with doing, it's inevitable. You will succeed. That's why the only time people don't succeed is because they either can't adapt or they quit. If you adapt and you don't quit, you will be fine. That's what I told my girl. She thought I said, I'm not quitting. I said, I haven't quit. I said, it's more so I wanted to make sure that I have the energy to put into my family still. And then have the energy to be able to do this at a high level. Because when it gets to the point where I'm putting out videos that I'm not happy with and I'm putting them out just to be doing it, it's time to take a step back. Because then now I'm just putting anything out. That's just like throwing shit on the wall hoping it stick. That's not what it's about. It's about putting good content out. And if I'm not happy with the content, I'm not gonna put that shit out, man.
Would you ever put
And
out? Would you ever go like? And no disrespect to Star in the Morning or channels like that, like a DJ Academics, but would you ever kind of put out with as far as a business strategy, as far as marketing? Would you ever start to put out like kind of dive into the monkey shit or dwell into the fuck shit to kind of bring people in, and then you kind of maybe you know what I'm saying? You'll try to sneak a message up in there or not? Would you ever take that route?
I'm gonna tell you this. And then I'm gonna get out of here. But that was the main cause. Besides, like I said, I was already considering, I needed to shut down for a minute for my family. But my last video, it was a stream actually. My very last stream, fam. I put out a story time of me having a fucking menage a trois.
God,
I put that shit out, and no longer than 3 minutes after I did that, I instantly felt wrong, man. I was like, what the fuck am I doing? This I don't do this. This is not my thing. I don't, as somebody found this shit lit.
All right, no. I wasn't trying to jump in this topic. I was waiting for y'all to finish, but it's so deep. Like, I spoke to both of y'all brothers. You shut your site down. He was about to shut his site down. And this is what I was trying to explain to Lowkey. As a YouTube commentator, you got to be extra careful of the quality of the merchant you put out, especially in your personal life, because you invite people to attack that. That's why I try to like think twice about things that I might say personal, in my life. Like sometimes we had a conversation on people being miserable, and I think I made to use one example in my personal life where I was around miserable people. So I can see, like, when you made that, you didn't expect people really to understand that aspect, because sometimes, like I told Lowkey, you can get a bunch of likes and a bunch of subscribers and views, but they could be haters. They could be not even haters. They could just be like, put negative vibes around you that you made it put out, or they might just put out themselves. You know what I mean? And then, like, at one time I was talking to you, Lowkey live, and I was telling him, like, everybody needs to be spoon fed. Not everybody. Some people need to be spoon fed. Some people could take it raw. And he was like, he liked to give it raw. And I said, you know who I got that lesson from? I got that lesson from him. I got that lesson from him. He told me some people don't want it.
You already knew that. I think all of us knew that up here,
Yeah.
We all know that some people,
Let me run through the next one quick, because I guess me and Haas is running on the time schedule. So I'm gonna go to number 8 real quick. Free energy. Electricity made off of air. I'm gonna just say it like that. You can make electricity off of air. There's free energy. There used to be people who made cars run off of water, and we get back to my book called Salt and Water, and they died. And I seen somebody say something about holistic doctors. Do you know there was over in May 51, now 77, probably more than that, holistic doctor, including Dr. Sebi, allegedly, mysteriously killed. So that the medical industry is not having that. And when you get to making self-sufficient energy, you take away from the companies that produce electricity and oil. They're not having that. Now, another benefit of money, what would the world look like without money? Another benefit is parenting. You get to spend more time with your kids. You know what I mean? Back in the days, they used to have schools that actually, before, like in the 70s, mothers and grandmothers used to tell their mothers, do not send your kids to those schools. You teach your kids. Back in the day, they used to teach their kids. Even when they went to school, they made sure they came home and studied. They made sure they was on their job. They made sure they was on their work. Right now, where parents don't even, you got a mother and father both working double time, overtime. That family, especially with electronics, now there's no Sunday dinner no more. You walk into the house, the son got a laptop, the daughter got a phone, the father in the room doing business, the mother looking for something to shop in. So that give more time for parents to spend with their kids. And last but not least, my favorite. I love this one. I wish everybody could say it with me. No more taxes. No more taxes. Ask the government what they doing with your tax money. No more taxes.
And
That's
taxes ain't even a real fucking thing, no way. That's not, that shit ain't real. That's some shit they made up.
it's paying for nothing. Now I'm gonna give some solutions real quick. I'm gonna run through this. All right. You hit me with the number because you got a different order than me. Low key. What was the first one?
The first one was reduces crime.
All right, right. So a solution for that, like I said before, good brother don't believe in, I believe in equality. I believe if everybody got the same thing, nobody's gonna rob nobody for something that they don't have. You know what I mean? Let's go with what's the second one?
Less hours of work, more family time.
Right. So I'm gonna put that one with parenting. So that's two of them. Take off parenting. So that'll give you more time to spend quality time. Get those sports games out the way because even with the sports game, it take away from family time. It's a time to watch that. You can record it and watch it on your own time, but not when your son your kids need help with homework and your wife want to feel sexy. That sports get you aggravated to a certain point where you'll tell your wife move from in front of the TV. So that's more parenting time. You can and family time and fun time because United States and UK is overly stressed with work. Do you know in places like New Zealand they will actually force you to take a vacation? These people over here will make you like work on your they'll call you in on your vacation. Be like, it's a holiday vacation, we need you, we'll give you more money. More money is not worth the time you putting in, that because everybody need a break basically. All right, let's go to the next one.
Free food.
Again, agriculture, take care of that. People have free food, they'll be more healthier. Grow your own food, you know what I mean? Then they'll learn the difference between eating food that's bad for you, that's not good for you. You growing it in your own backyard, no more pesticides. You might think twice about eating meat and things that ain't good for you, sugar, salt, and all that, So you can learn more about, healthier food because if you look at a carrot, for instance, a carrot is shaped like an eye. A carrot, they say, is good for your eyes. You look at certain food, it's good for certain, it's a benefit. Let's say grapes. People that got lung problems, I would tell them like do a 30-day, eat 30 grapes 30 days a day for 30 days, 30 grapes for 30 days a day. Because when you split your chest open in a surgical position and you look inside of your lungs, the left and the right side look like two vines of grapes. Grapes is beneficial for that. So when people start learning certain foods that's beneficial, and if you want to learn, go to my site, johnhardynow.com.
Well,
Coming soon. Coming soon. All the foods that's good for your organs. There's a lot of food that's good for your organs. You know what I mean? Versus eating dead food. There's certain good food. There's certain dead food. And dead food is actually, outside of being processed, milk, meat, and even protein. I'm not going to get into that. People think protein is good for them. I'm going to leave that alone. Go to my website and I'll break it all down to you.
Now real quick before we get back down that list, before Hyde get up out of here, I want to ask y'all both this question. Hyde, I want to know, brother, before we get up out of here, Hyde, what do you love about money, but also what do you hate about money before we get up out of here?
It's more than anything, money. I got two grandsons. And it's not what I love about it, is what can come from it as far as teaching a lesson. Like I think people see like just a limited ways on getting money. And there's too many stereotypes about how black people can get money. It's a lot. We can only rap. We can only rap. We can only dance. We can only play ball. We're going to play football. Shit like that. I want to get it. I want to have something. I want to be able to get something, maintain it, grow it, and send it down the line and let them understand this is how you go about doing it. This is how you go about taking care of your family. It's not about the money itself. It's about the sustaining of a of a family. Because if you think about it, almost like a lot of the cultures, they pass shit down. They pass down businesses. They pass down family houses. They just pass down a lot of shit from from generation to generation to make the process of living easier. That's why I always say I don't hate rich people for the fact that it probably was a rich person who had it really bad, struggled for a long time, got shit right, taught it to somebody else. They got this shit right. Didn't have to work as hard, but understood the grind of it. You know what I'm saying? So it's the money, but it's also the getting of the money and teaching my grandkids the importance of it and the sustaining of it. It's anybody can go get money, but everybody can't keep money. It's millionaires right now who was millionaires 10 years, or it's broke motherfuckers who was millionaires 10 years ago and didn't know how to handle money. And the thing that I hate about it the most is how money corrupts people. You can have anything, bro. You can have anything you want. If you don't take care of it properly, it'll corrupt you.
That's a fact.
You'll be a fiend to it.
That's a fact.
Like shit. Like the next, like cats say, motherfucker. I had a conversation with a motherfucker like a month ago who said, would you give up sex for 10 years for $10 million? I was like, yeah, why? He was like, nah, you can't do it. I'm like, listen, fam, I don't even know how many women I slept with. I said, I don't even know. I said, the only pieces you gonna remember is your first and your last anyway. That shit in the middle, you're not gonna remember that. I said, I don't have $10 million. I said, I can get a piece of pussy when I can't get food. So what is that? You're not saying I'm not a slave to that. I'm not a slave to any one singular thing. And that's the one thing that I hate about that money. Money is fine. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, I like it, but I'm not a slave to it. I used to be when I was younger.
Facts.
But if you dead, you can't. If you dead, you can't spend it no fucking way.
Right.
You just got to know how to make it work for you. You don't have to work for it as hard. Make it work for you.
Some real shit. John Hardy, what do you love about money, sir? And also, what do you hate about money?
The love of money is the root of all evil. So I'm going to say with that, I do not love money, but I understand that money is a vehicle
Right.
to obtaining things, creating a certain type of happiness. You don't need money to be happy, but it creates a certain type of happiness. You know what I mean? Most relationships break up marriages over money, even above cheating. So me personally, I guess I'm different from a lot of people. I can be broke and happy and rich and I won't change. So, but what I like about money is that, it's a vehicle. What people don't understand, like, rich people take advantage of it, broke people don't understand it. So it's a vehicle, it was created for us, hypothetically, not even hypothetically, to pay bills. So it's a vehicle that creates motivation in the individual to do more for themselves. Now, what I don't like about it is the thing we're talking about. You know what I mean? Some people don't understand the in-depthness and how freer you can be internally because you can't take money to the grave with you. You know what I mean? Now,
I don't want to interrupt you real quick, but Reginald Williams is responding to what you're saying, John Hardy. He says, how is money the root of all evil when money wasn't always here? Evil was here long before money.
Well, let me bring that back. The love of money. Like that, see?
Right.
And I misquoted that. The love of money is the root of all evil. A lot of people love money so much that they would do harm to their family. So I misquoted that. The love of all money. A lot of people say money is the root of all evil. I said no, the love of money, which create greed, envy.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
So yeah, the love of money.
Right.
But what I don't like about it is that it brings a misconception, a perception of people what they can do without money. You know what I mean? Going back into the solution, free medical benefits can be solved by the food you eat. Free energy, a lot of people don't even know what they can create that don't even cost money. Less incarceration, most people get locked up over money. They could greed again. And then if you, like the brother said, Hyde said, education, I said it too. I said education ain't for everybody. You know what I mean? You can self-educate yourself. A lot of people that's rich and successful, most of them didn't even go to college. And then and I don't like the fact taxes, is not being used for the purpose they saying it's for. So there's like a lot of reason I don't like money. I'm not gonna use the word hate or love, but I don't like what like money could be used in a good way. Let's say water, for instance. Let's stick with money. Money can be used to help the homeless. Money can be used to put a hit on somebody. So it's not about the money. It's the energy again. And like the brother Hyde said, it's deeper than the money. It's the people on how they use the money. You know what I mean? Water can be used to birth the baby. Water can also be used to drown a baby. Fire can be used to warm us up. Fire can be used to commit arson. So it's not about the physical entities on this earth. And you know, it's about the cause and effect. You use it positive. You said something like that earlier. If you use these energies positive, they will come back positive. So I can't look at and judge like, and you know, any human being or all human being as I give up on human beings, because it is some good ones out there. Sometimes it just might be what type of human beings you're around. You know, if you're around broke people, you're going to get upset. They always ask you for something. If you're around rich people, you're going to learn something. If you're around loving people and positive people, that's going to grow. The last chat we had was so popping that
Right.
you know I was seeing crazy things. You know what I mean? But if your chat is creating, you know, if we got negative people in here, I would tell you guys, don't respond to them. Don't let them say what they want to say, because the love going to drown them out. And that's what I equate the love and hate or like and dislike about money, is how you use it.
And you know, real quick, I do want to say this, man. Hyde Reactz, like we all know, Hyde Reactz is a YouTube content creator. But you know, he retired. He went out like Jordan on us. But I feel like he coming back tonight with the 23, not the 4-5. I think Hyde came back tonight with the 2-3. Hopefully that, you know, it's a snowball effect, and we get him back up on YouTube, and you know what I'm saying, and everybody in the chat can go subscribe to him and show him love. You know what I'm saying? Because in soon, very soon, John Hardy will be going live on his channel. You know, I'm Lowkey T live. I hope to be, you know, continuing to going live on my channel, and hopefully, you know, like I said, I feel like Hyde came back tonight on his 2-3 shit. So hopefully everybody can, you know, check him out, man. Because like I said, I say that to say this. I feel like money creates classism. The money creates the classism, and I feel like without money, a Hyde Reactz, a John Hardy, everybody in this chat right now, y'all would literally be the kings and the queens of the society of whatever, wherever we at geographically, because we possess that critical thinking. We can think for ourselves. We have our own soul. We are, you know what I'm saying? We're in control. So I definitely feel like without money, you know, everyone here in this conversation right now would we would flip the world upside down, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
And I also want to say, for anybody who forgot, please, especially if you're in the chat and if you're just watching the video, like, subscribe, share.
Yes, absolutely. Hit that like button and share and subscribe, family. Now on the way out, anything y'all, you know, anything y'all want to put out there? Anything y'all want to, you know, tell everybody up in the chat?
Yeah, I just want to say, if you've been going through a hard time, it's almost over. September, your life will be better.
Hi, where you at with it?
Shit, man, I just want to say, man, peace and love to John Hardy. Same thing to the homie Lowkey. Dre, if you out there, man, I appreciate everybody. Appreciate those in the chat. Like my man said, like and subscribe to Lowkey T Live. Shit, probably, man, I would say about maybe 2 more weeks, man. I might get back on, man.
Ooh.
But I just really want to get back, man, who I ain't seen in a while, you know. So, like I said, man, peace and love to everybody, man.
I want to shout out Reginald Williams. I want to shout out Chris, always raining. Definitely Miss Solo. It's a lot of people in here. Mama Candy. Mama Candy. I got you. Shout out definitely to Lowkey, Brother Haas. and it might be one more. Always raining, always
Always raiding. Shout out
raining.
always raiding.
I'm gonna get an
You always
umbrella.
hold it
I'm gonna
down.
get an umbrella every time she jump in here. I'm gonna get an umbrella. Always raining. And everybody else who jumped in and jumped out, you know what I mean, for the spires. I just want to thank everybody for coming aboard. And I'm about to be out.
That's a fact, and you know, like I'm gonna be out also, but I do want to say this on the way out. I appreciate everybody for being here. I feel like this is some legendary shit going on. We could, you know, everybody here could be anywhere in the world right now, but we're right here together. We're talking about real shit. We still have people that's holding on, listening to us for a whole goddamn hour. So I mean, Hyde, if you didn't have any faith in humanity, I think this is a little proof, brother.
Shit, they holding on for only an hour. We usually be like 147, an hour 47 minutes, hour 47 minutes.
So, like I said, when everybody in the chat, everybody on my panel, every time we do this, I look to y'all. Y'all are my faith in humanity. Bars.
All right, hold on. I just want to say another thing. My website is out. I didn't really put it all the way out, but just for this group. If you need an astro reading, you can visit me at johnhardynow.com. I'll reduce the price for you because you linked up with Lowkey. Go to my Facebook and follow me at www.facebook.com/capital letters King John. And I got some videos that I put on YouTube, nothing recent, going back to January. It's definitely positive motivation at Astro Space Enlightenment YouTube.
That's a fact. And with that, I'm Lowkey T Live. Shout out the King Hyde Reactz coming back with the 2-3 on his back. Shout out the other king on the panel, John Hardy, the Astro Enlightenment coach. Got a book coming out, John. Tell him the name of the book before we get out.
The name of the book is actually being finalized as I speak. Salt and Water for the Soul, where I explain the benefits of real salt, and the benefit of real water, and how it creates, a healthy state within your body versus the salt most people eating today or the water you might be drinking. I go in depth with the book.
That's a fact. Now, please support that, brother. I personally feel like the world would be a better place without money, but niggas got to pay the rent. So with that,
gotta pay the rent.
So with that, we love y'all. We hope we see you on the next show. It's Lowkey. We out.
Peace.
Peace.